Cats are one of the most common house pets in the world, yet are considered to be aloof and a bit enigmatic. Who knows why cats do the things they do? Well, we do. Cats, unlike people and dogs, aren't group social animals, and although we domesticated them, they still communicate very differently. Sometimes this can make people think of cats as less loving or have fewer needs, but this is far from the truth. Cats, for instance, use biting far more often as a form of communication than some people may realize. It's rare for your cat to bite you out of actual aggression, and more likely that they want to try and communicate something to you. There are actually several things that might be biting to communicate. For instance, bite to indicate they want to play. Although play biting is more common when a cat is younger, it's a behavior that rarely disappears completely. If you want to discourage your cat from biting you, then it's important to have a lot of toys on hand to actively engage with your cat regularly. This will not only tire your cat out, but provide active and engaging mental stimulation for your cat. I know that when most people get bored, they don't bite anyone, but remember, we have texting and cats don't, so you really have to cut them a little slack. Also, while it may be entertaining to play with your cat over long periods, remember that their play and hunting instincts are closely linked. So it's important to let your cat catch and kill the toy before they become too overstimulated and start biting you. Your cat may chase a fake mouse around for 20 minutes, but it's smart enough to know that you're the one holding the stick. And if it thinks biting you will help it catch the mouse, then they will seriously consider it an option. Long story short, let your cat catch the fake mouse. You'll both feel better. Sometimes cats will bite unprovoked during petting or interaction. This isn't really aggression. More, it's your cat's way of signaling that it's becoming overstimulated and doesn't want to be pet anymore. If you have a hard time imagining the sensation, compare it to tickling. Sometimes if someone is being tickled too much, they'll kick their legs to stop it. It isn't done out of anger, but a need to reduce stimulation. Oftentimes, too, your cat will warn you. Pay attention to the body language of your cat while petting. The most common way to tell is if they start to twitch their tail. This can indicate that your cat has become bothered. And if these types of bites happen too frequently or are too aggressive, don't worry. It's actually completely possible to train your cat away from biting. You don't want to punish the cat, though. They're just doing what comes naturally. You'll simply want to socially discourage the biting by not engaging with the cat when they do. Your cat loves you and wants to be friendly with you, and if you show them that biting will keep you away, then they won't do it as often. In fact, one of the key tools to having a better relationship with your cat is learning how they communicate differently from other animals. Because of the cat's more lonesome nature, people tend to think of them as less affectionate pets. But that's simply false. Consider all those times your cat sat in the room with you while you were reading or watching TV. Your cat may not have climbed in your lap, but sharing space is a way cats show trust. Your cat is an ambush predator by instinct, and the assumption that it can sleep in the same area as you are shows a large amount of trust for a cat. Oh, actually, really big cat myth that's going to blow a lot of people's minds: purring doesn't mean your cat is happy. You don't believe me, right? You're thinking to yourself, that's Cat Basics 101. Come on. It's true, though. Cats will purr when they're happy. We've all seen it. But cats purr for lots of reasons. They purr when they're happy, nervous, and even hungry. So if you're petting your cat and they act out while they were purring, that might just mean you misinterpreted, and that's okay. And if you think, well, that's not fair that all these things are communicated by purring, just remember how many different emotions can be communicated by a smile. Or maybe all those times your cat has annoyed you by laying on your book or laptop. This is a behavior in cats that is a bit harder for people to understand. Your cat does want attention, but they aren't trying to stop you from enjoying the movie on your laptop. They're trying to enjoy it with you. As many people may or may not know, cats can't read. They don't know what reading a book is, and they want to read with you, so they'll climb on the book so you can read together. Many people misunderstand this as attention-seeking behavior or even interpret it as intentional disruption. But in reality, it's just your cat participating in the only way they can understand. Another common thing that people misunderstand about their cats is their sleep habits. A lot of people think their cat is nocturnal, mostly because cat schedules can be disruptive to people's schedules. But that really isn't the case. Cats are actually most active around dusk and dawn, which is why you'll often catch your cat snoozing in the middle of the day or may often find your cat sleeping on your chest in the middle of the night. Planning activity times around these points in the day will mean your cat is more engaged at the time and also have more consistent energy levels throughout the day. Fewer worries about the 4 a.m. sprinting through the house is preferable in my opinion, but I like to sleep. Another bunch of misconceptions about cats comes with their relationship to the outdoors. Cat owners are more likely to let their cats have unsupervised outdoor time compared to dogs. Some cat owners actually believe that cats are healthier if they have outdoor time. But how much truth is there to those beliefs? Well, it turns out, not a whole lot. The average lifespan of an outdoor cat is between 2 to 5 years, compared to the lifespan of an indoor cat that averages around 14. That's a pretty big difference. Your cats are exposed to all sorts of risks when they're outdoors, from sickness to accidents to territory disputes with other cats. Not to mention that letting your cat run outdoors has a serious ecological impact. Over 60 species of animals are extinct because of outdoor cats, and letting your cat hunt outside can have bigger consequences than you realize. In the end, it's safer for your cat and the world around them if they're kept predominantly indoors. That isn't to say that means your cat doesn't get to go outside at all. Much like dogs and their exercise time, cats need to be monitored. Cats actually can be leash trained, and some cats even love to travel and go for walks with their owners. The best way to leash train your cat is to start young. And if you have the option, start inside. Put the harness on your cat for short increments of time, and make sure to reward your cats with treats, and with a little bit of patience, you'll have your cat begging for walks in no time. Trust me, it's a good thing. If you're really crafty, you'll be able to train your cat to go to the bathroom outdoors. But I'm not brave enough to attempt to give advice about that. There are two big important takeaways from all of this. Firstly is that your cat needs stimulation, both mentally and physically, and will tell you the type of stimulation they need. They will also tell you the type of stimulation they don't need through their body language. And if you don't notice, then they will bite you, which, while painful, seems like a pretty fair shake from the cat's perspective, you have to admit. The second big takeaway is that your cat is communicating with you as best it can. If you're both having a hard time, that's okay. You'll get there eventually. Just don't think that your cat hates you or anything. Cats can't read or write, and they can't help that, but they try their hardest and deserve some credit, right? Sometimes that means they have to bite, but we promise it isn't personal. Did you folks find this video helpful? Are there any cat experts who want to leave some helpful tips? Maybe something I missed that people might help some uncertain cat owners. Or if you just want to share one of your favorite feline stories, then leave it in the comments below. We hope you or your cat enjoyed the video. If you picked up on the right stuff, you'll be able to say for sure whether your cat liked it or not. I really hope it did. I couldn't handle getting my video disliked by a cat. I really couldn't. Also, if your cat isn't too critical, don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos where we unravel the mysteries of cat behavior.